Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome to another crafty decor adventure. Olivia of oliviasrevere.com. And in today's video, I am over the moon, excited to share with you 10 DIY Dollar Tree Christmas decor crafts. So this is another episode in my huge I Love Christmas series. I love to share with you guys how you can make your home's boutique gorgeous on a budget with tons of fun Dollar Tree and budget-friendly crafting. So if you guys love that, subscribe to my YouTube channel and punch that bell. It will update you every time I post a new video. I also have a Facebook page and I share several DIY videos a day over there. So you guys pop over there, join my free little group page, and without further ado, let's go ahead and plug in those glue guns, get out your glitter and paint, and let's get to crafty. For the first Dollar Tree DIY, we're gonna make some glittering ornaments. We're gonna take these clear plastic Dollar Tree ornaments, add some polyacrylic. I had this little inexpensive funnel that I use to funnel the polyacrylic into. I find my polyacrylic at Walmart, and then you're just going to get it all the way around inside of your ornament, and then you're going to dump out the excess. I just dump mine back into my polyacrylic container, and then you do want to let the drips come out. And this was the part that I had to be really patient for. Comment down below and let me know if you're a very impatient crafter. I am an impatient crafter, if you guys don't know by now. So once I felt like I had as many drips out as possible, I'm going to take this fine glitter, and I just buy my glitter at Walmart. It's about $2 for a big thing of glitter, and I feel like this is so magical. And then you just dump some glitter in there. I started with a little bit first, and then I just kind of, as you can see, you just kind of swirl your ornament around. And I thought at first I needed to put the top back on, but really you just continue to swirl that ornament around with the glitter inside to get your desired effect. So this is actually the first time I've ever done this craft before, so you can probably tell that I'm making some funny faces. Someone requested that they see my face more, so I'm going to be trying to show my face more, but if you see me making these crazy funny faces, just know that I'm a very serious, not so serious crafter. So I'm making one of these Dollar Tree, and these are more of the kind of teardrop ornament, and again, I'm just popping in the polyacrylic. I let it drip out, and then I added in, this is the iridescent glitter, and then giving it a good shake. I liked these because they had a really easy to remove and take back on top. So the next one I wanted to do was the gold one. So again, I'm choosing this larger ornament, and then I'm adding in the gold glitter. So again, I love this glitter. It's the extra fine glitter. They sell it in the crafting section at Walmart. It's like $2 and something cents. So the next thing I wanted to do was really jazz up these ornaments, and I'm going to use some of this Mackenzie Childs ribbon. It's leftovers from some of my fall crafting. I'm just going to take and make some little tails for the ornament by dovetailing my end on each side, which just means cutting a triangle upwards and then hot gluing that to the top of the ornament. You could totally stop there, or you could create a bow for the top of your ornament. You guys know me, I'm bow crazy. I love big bows and I cannot lie. So I'm just making this easy bow. You just take a strip of ribbon and you're going to hot glue the ends together and then pinch it in the center, and that's going to create kind of like a little bow tie. And this is just a really easy little bow hack. You guys can totally do this. And then to cover up your work, you can just take like a decorative piece of ribbon and wrap it around the center. I chose red. I realized too, after I got done with this and I was editing this video, it looks like the red glitter that I used almost has like a candy apple color, which I absolutely love. I think it's so beautiful, and it takes so little to entertain me, especially when it comes to sparkly and shiny things. I have never tried this DIY before, and I don't know why, because it was so magical. I'm probably going to have to go back to Dollar Tree now and get a bunch more clear ornaments if they still have any left in stock, but how beautiful did this come out? They are so sparkly, fun, and fabulous. And also, if you guys have some transfer letters or a Cricut, you could Cricut some little initials on here. I like a super adorable candy cane wreath. I'm starting out with this roll of Dollar Tree Deco mesh, and the candy cane wreath form is also from Dollar Tree. I just used a pipe cleaner to tie the deco mesh onto the base, and then I'm going to hold it kind of tight, and then I'm going to double up the deco mesh. So by doubling up, I'm kind of folding the deco mesh over. That way it kind of wraps tight, and it also wraps to where you can't see through onto the wire. I hope that makes sense. Even if you're just wrapping it over on itself, you want to make sure that you're not seeing through to the wire wreath form. I will tell you that the Dollar Tree deco mesh is not all created equal. Some rolls have more deco mesh on it than others. While I was doing this project, I definitely noticed that. It ended up taking 3 rolls to cover this whole wreath form. I think it might even be better if you all had just some regular red ribbon. You may use less product, but I wanted to try it with deco mesh. I haven't ever tried this with deco mesh. I did a bunch last year with ribbon, so I thought, let's just do something different. So I wanted to also try to use all deco mesh on this one. Anyway, and then just to let you guys know, I'm just tucking this in. I thought that I needed to use a pipe cleaner here, which I did to kind of attach this next one. So that's fine to do, but you can almost really just tuck the deco mesh in. It's so sticky, it almost sticks to itself. But anyway, you guys choose whatever is good for you. So when you have a break in your deco mesh, you can attach it with a pipe cleaner wire, or you can just kind of poke it down in there and then just twist it on really tight. So you guys can see right here, I'm just going to push it down into there. It's just so sticky, it kind of sticks to itself. Anyway, but do make sure that you're kind of twisting it as tight as possible so you don't have a bunch of lumps and bumps. This is the 3rd roll, and I got really lucky at the very end, and it fit just perfectly. I was kind of stressing there for a minute, worried that it wasn't going to make it to the end. Boy, I would have been, anyway. That's just a crafter's thing. Okay, so now I'm using some of that white. It says it was mesh on here, but I think it's more of like a tulle in my opinion. And it came from Dollar Tree. It has like these little speckles, snowy things on it. And I'm going to use that to make my candy cane stripe. It came out really cool, you guys. I added just a dab of hot glue to the base of it, and it sticks to the deco mesh really well. And then I also kind of doubled up on it. That way it made more of a stripe. And I only used 1 roll of this, and I think I even had just a little bit left over, but you just kind of wind it in and around to make your candy cane stripe. Super easy peasy on this part. Really the tougher part was getting all that deco mesh on the candy cane part. I was so excited and thrilled for how this came out. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm really crushing on the candy cane this year. It's kind of, the Mrs. Claus idea, especially for my kitchen. That is definitely going to be the theme for my kitchen. Now I'm using my Easy Bow Maker. So many of you ask where I get it. I got mine on Amazon, but that is really the most expensive place. Don't buy it there. Go to Deco Exchange. They have it there. That's online. Or a lot of you guys have told me you can get it really cheap on Michael's. So look there. Michael's Craft Store, use your coupon. I hope that helps. Or if you can make a bow, tie your own bow, make it fabulous. I'm making somewhat of a small bow, and I'm going about 4 inches out on either side, and then gradually going smaller, 3, 2, and then just really small at the top. And I used about 4 loops. Now I will tell you that this Hobby Lobby ribbon is it's pretty poor quality for this particular ribbon. It's 75 foot though, which if you guys know me, I love to use so much ribbon. I really don't even care that it's not great quality because, really, I don't know. I love to use so much ribbon, and a lot of my bows with some things I'm going to replace anyway. So it's not going to bother me that I'm going to fluff it, go through the season. I'll probably end up replacing the bow on this anyway. So just a little note though, if you guys do get this ribbon, it's a little flimsy. So go ahead and attach your bow to your candy cane. Give it a good fluffing. Just go with it. Have fun. If you want to spend more money on ribbon, fine. If you don't, fine. Just have fun with it. But voila, there it is. And I am in love with it. How cute is that? It's going to look so cute in my kitchen. I am ready to decorate for Christmas, and it is the week of Halloween if we're time stamping this. But next week, it's full on in my house. I cannot wait to share it with you guys. So right now, I actually have a couple of trees up, some smaller ones, but we're just having like a little bit of a glow, but I still have my Halloween and fall decor out. So, oh my goodness, so fun and fabulous. Gingerbread House, and I've been trying to figure out how to make it look a little bit more realistic. So I'm taking this quick seal. They do sell it at Dollar Tree. I actually ordered mine on Amazon. I wanted to order some and get a little bit larger size. That way I could use it for more projects, but it is a little bit hard to squeeze. So I will recommend you guys kind of twist the tube. I hope that helps. And I will tell you guys a funny story. So as much as I love to craft, I'm really bad at doing gingerbread houses. So you guys will notice that my lines are going to be a little bit squiggly. The kids actually make fun of me all the time. My kids are really good at doing gingerbread houses, but me, not so much. So attempting this on camera for you guys, I'm kind of going out of my comfort zone. But basically for this, I just want to use a quick seal in and around all the little spots that look like they should be frosted. And I thought this was kind of a fun way to make a gingerbread house and make it to where it's not going to crumble, and make it to where you guys could just kind of reuse it and not have it be perishable. I guess what I'm trying to say is that it's not going to have any sugar on it. So this would be just a fun way to make that happen. So anyway, you guys, I'm trying to make it look like it has icing around it, and I'm hoping I'm making that work, but I'm having fun with it. And I can also use this around my sink, which I actually did. We've been doing a little bit of home repair here and there. And so I have this kind of crack around the top of my sink. So it has a dual purpose. We can make home decor or seasonal decor, and we can also repair the lines around our sink. So bear with me here, have fun with it, get creative. And I do believe they have this in the hardware section at Dollar Tree. And now I have to share with you my little pupper, Bingy Bear. He is up from his nap. He likes to have kind of a long morning nap, and then he wakes up and he comes and checks on me while I'm crafting, and he is kind of the creative director here. He is really good at letting me know what things he thinks needs to go here and there. He let me know that some peppermints really needed to be popped on to this little house, and he likes to get into lots and lots of things in my studio. It's really, I have to be really careful when he's out here. He likes to grab things and then he runs under the couch before I can catch him. And then we have this little tug of war game. But anyway, how cute is he after his nap? He kind of looks just a little bit sleepy. So here is my little gingerbread house. Bear with me, you guys. My lines are a little bit wobbly, but this is how my gingerbread house looks in real life. And I did try to kind of pick it up and like make this scene happen before it was dry. So, but I think peppermints can cover most crafting kitchen things that happen. So fun and fabulous, and the sky is the limit. Dollar Tree DIY. I'm going to share with you all how to make a fabulous margarita glass vase. We are not going to be drinking margaritas, but we are going to be making a fabulous vase. You're going to need a margarita glass from Dollar Tree. You're going to need one of these little bowls and then a vase. You're going to need some type of heavy duty glue. I usually use E6000 glue, and I'm just for video purposes going to use a little bit of hot glue as well, but really use the E6000 glue, or I'm using also this shoe goo glue. My husband said it would work. We have yet to see. You also want to let this dry 24 hours overnight. Okay, so just glue your little smaller vase to your margarita glass. Make sure you flip that margarita glass upside down, and then you're going to run a ring of glue around the top of it, and then glue your vase to the top of that. So you want to use a bonding glue that's going to glue to glass. That's why I suggest to use the E6000 glue. Listen, for the life of me, I could not find my E6000 glue. Anyway, this should work for now for this purpose. I'm using some metallic spray paint. This is the 2X metallic spray paint from Walmart, and I got it in the silver and I'm really absolutely loving it. Usually I don't use a metallic silver, but I wanted to share with you guys something different than the gold that we were using in the other set of DIYs in this video. Check out how pretty this looks. It just looks really fabulous and I don't know, I love it. Anyway, I'm taking some of these frosted poinsettias. I think you can get away with some frosted poinsettias even after Christmas. I think they are gorgeous and full and beautiful. Now, these did not come from Dollar Tree. They did come from Michael's, but their florals are going to go on deep discount, so check them out. I'm just bending the stems and popping them into this vase. Really, no need for styrofoam because these are so full and beautiful. So take some gorgeous florals, whatever you love, whatever colors you love, and hey, paint your vase whatever colors you want to, or don't paint it at all. It's totally up to you. But check out how beautiful this is looking. I was very pleased with this. I used about 5 to 6, it looks like, larger stems here, and they're just so full. They just kind of plop in there really nicely. For the next Dollar Tree DIY, I want to share with you guys how to make a fluffy, fabulous bow on a budget using Dollar Tree ribbon. Now, I'm going to use my Easy Bow Maker, which I absolutely love. I love sharing with you guys how to make a fabulous bow using no bow maker, or my other go-to is the Easy Bow Maker. And where did I buy the Easy Bow Maker? Well, Deco Exchange is definitely the best place to buy it. So check that out. But you're going to take your Dollar Tree ribbon, and this Dollar Tree ribbon, I don't believe it was wired, but it was very stiff. So you can see I kind of have a little bit of a time working back and forth with it. Be patient with it, kind of guide it along, but don't totally discount Dollar Tree ribbon. I'll tell you, this bow actually held its shape really nicely. So I'm not a ribbon snob. I mean, to be honest with you, I'll go for Dollar Tree ribbon any day. If it's only $1, as many bows as I love to do, honestly, I think you guys can have some fun with it. Now, there is some Dollar Tree ribbon that falls apart that is a mess. So you kind of have to pick and choose, and you just got to kind of roll with the punches with it. But I want to show with you guys that you guys can do this. You're going to go back and forth on your Easy Bow Maker. You're going to go 6 inches, about 5.5 inches, and then about 5 inches. And then my last one was maybe closer to about 4.5 inches. There's a little measurement thing on here for you to kind of show your loops. And it truly is an Easy Bow Maker. Dovetail your ends by cutting your triangle in the center, and then take a little pipe cleaner and tie it off in the center. And then there you have a really nice little fabulous bow. And it's so easy to make. And all you guys had to do was pop that ribbon in, and you just move it back and forth. And those center prongs on your Easy Bow Maker is what holds your bow. So that's the most fabulous part as well. Now, don't forget to give your bow a really, really good fluffing. That is really one of the secrets to great bow making. Tie it to your little margarita glass vase. Nobody would ever know that that was a margarita glass, honestly. I just think it looks so cute and fabulous on a budget, and we've made something really beautiful. And it's actually really great because my real poinsettia that I had at my entryway table, sadly, I think I overwatered it, you guys, and it flopped out. I don't know. Sometimes I give my plants too much love. So this is going to be its replacement, and thankfully it won't ever die, or it won't be overloved by me. As always, I ask that you guys comment and let me know what was your favorite DIY in this video, and which one will you be recreating. And I also have a secret question in this video. So I'm giving away a $100 Walmart gift card. It's going to be announced on next Tuesday's video. But my secret question for you guys is, how many pets do you have? And if so, what are their names, or are they dogs, cats? I just love to hear about your pets. In fact, I had asked you guys to post a photo of your favorite pet on my Olivia's Romantic Home Facebook group page. So I just thought that was a little fun thing. I love to hear about everybody's pets. Anyway, I love y'all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for crafting along with me. I'm hugging your hearts and I'm wishing you guys a gorgeous, blessed weekend. Christmas is coming and I hope you guys are just feeling all the joy and all the cozy vibes. I did just post my... Now for the next Dollar Tree DIY, I want to share with y'all how to make a super cute little easy Dollar Tree Christmas centerpiece or small vase here. So grab one of those cylinder vases from the Dollar Tree, and then I'm just using this ribbon that I have from Hobby Lobby. It's super inexpensive. You can tie it around your vase and then trim it off at the edges and then make a cute little bow like I'm doing by taking that ribbon, looping it over on itself, and then tying it off at the center. So voila, you have a little Christmas vase on a total budget. Now, I love these because these would be super easy to sit down and do about 5 or 6 of them in the afternoon if you're doing a Christmas church gathering, or maybe you're hosting your Christmas party, or just maybe you need a couple little Christmas goodies to set around your house to make it feel more festive. I stuffed it with some old pillow stuffing, and I'm taking one of the Dollar Tree Christmas trees. Now, these Christmas trees are a little bit flimsy. I popped it into where the stuffing was, but it didn't want to stabilize as much as I wanted it to. So I'm just wrapping some burlap into kind of the base of it. You guys could always use a paper bag as well. I fluffed out my bows, and then I decided to add a little pom-pom to the center. So I'm just hot gluing this pom-pom to the center of my little Christmas centerpiece. And again, these are so easy to make, you guys. I mean, it's literally a no-brainer. It's a vase, some ribbon, and then a Dollar Tree Christmas tree. Now, I wanted to jazz it up a little bit, so I'm using just a dab of white paint and kind of painting the ends of the branches. You could also use some faux flocking if you wanted to, or you could just leave it as is. Dollar Tree also sells the white trees in a mini Christmas tree and a white tree. So maybe you're doing more of a glam look. You could add gold ribbon. Just really, you guys can take this idea and customize it, run with it, and make it suit your home decor, your Christmas decor, and whatnot. Now, the Dollar Tree tops of the trees are a little bit flimsy also, so I just kind of bent mine over, and voila, there we have it all ready for hot chocolate snuggle season. It pops easily into any little space. I think these would be fun to pop into your bathroom, your bedroom, really any little spot that's small that you need that extra touch of Christmas and you don't want to, go crazy and break the bank. This is such a great idea. And again, change out that ribbon. It will match your home decor, and voila, you guys have a fun little fabulous vase on a total budget. Next Dollar Tree DIY, I want to share with you guys a fun and fabulous way to jazz up some of these Dollar Tree signs. So this is the Sparkle and Shine. It's Christmas time, and so many of you guys that found this sign sent me pictures of it and said that it reminded you all of me, because I do love that Sparkle and Shine. So I felt like I just had to share with you guys how to jazz it up. So I'm taking some of this buffalo check plaid ribbon. Now this ribbon comes in huge rolls at Walmart or Hobby Lobby. Always use your coupon, but I'm just kind of layering it and ruching it kind of off to the side. So dig into your craft stash and keep some of those extra ribbons, because you can use them on your Dollar Tree signs. Now I'm taking some of this Dollar Tree plaid ribbon and I actually cut it in half because it's rather large. I didn't want it to overwhelm the sign. And I also want to share this as a trick and a tip, because if you're making crafts to sell, you want to cut down some of your ribbon, because that will help cut your cost, and it will also help you be able to use more ribbon and make your projects look even more beautiful, to be able to layer in so much ribbon. And sometimes it can get a little costly. So if you like to go over the top, that's just a little tip if you're working on a smaller project to help you save ribbon, but also use loads of it. Now I'm adding in some of this Dollar Tree cute little elf ribbon. Dollar Tree has the cutest tiny ribbon, and I love to go in with these little accent pieces. Again, this is really what's going to draw your eye in, is accenting. So we layered in a buffalo check plaid and then another plaid, and then going in with this cute little accent ribbon. Again, look into your craft stash, use what you have fun with it, and you don't even necessarily have to use this sign. You may have a Dollar Tree sign left over from last year or the year before last, or any Christmas sign. You could even DIY a sign and just add some pretty bows to it. It really is going to fancy it up. And this would also be a great gift for a neighbor, a mom, just really anybody that loves Christmas time and that loves to get sparkly and shiny. Now, I couldn't resist also adding in some of that sparkly red Dollar Tree ribbon. I'm also making sure that I trim the ends of my ribbon so they look really nice. Again, if you're selling on a craft site or you're making this for a family or friend, you really want to make sure your ribbon ends are really nice and pretty to look at. You don't want to go to work on a project, spend all that time and effort, and then have ribbons that are frayed or icky looking. So take your project to that next step and make it beautiful. It will only take you just a couple of minutes to just make it look that much extra special. So continuing to add in some beautiful ribbons with the rest of this red sparkling ribbon. And then I do have some little baubles on hand. And again, I added in some pretty little red ornaments. Those little mini ornaments are great to have on hand for your Christmas crafting. They're so perfect to add into wreaths. And you guys can see I added some into this cute little sign. I believe I added 3. So it didn't take much to jazz this up and so to get started, I found these adorable Pier 1 gift boxes. They were $49.99, and I knew we could recreate them using Dollar Tree supplies. So I'm starting out with this Grove Collaborative box and this Dollar Tree baby blanket. I'm just going to go ahead and take my hot glue gun and begin to hot glue the baby blanket to the box. This ended up taking 2 of the Dollar Tree baby blankets, and I chose this black and gray fleece. I thought it would be really nice and subtle to mix in with almost any Christmas decor. I want to go for kind of that glam chic that I saw on the Pier 1 website for those boxes. Now I'm just going to take this burlap. I actually got this burlap at burlapfabric.com. I'm going to leave a little link. They have a $5 off coupon for you guys if you need some amazing burlap for your Christmas crafting. Now I'm just taking some of that Dollar Tree silver ribbon, and I'm hot gluing the burlap and the silver ribbon to the bottom of my package, and then I'm just going to pull it all the way over to the other side and hot glue it on the other side. And then I'm doing the exact same thing to kind of give it that package look. So just hot glue your burlap and then hot glue your silver ribbon. And Dollar Tree does carry a nice burlap ribbon. I just happen to have this on hand, so I'm using what I have. And the silver ribbon from Dollar Tree does have a bit of glitter fallout, but it's not too bad if you love that sparkly look. So here is how it should look once you get the ribbon all glued on. Now for the next Dollar Tree DIY, we're going to create a really cute little bow for the top of the package. Just create an Olivia bow with 2 loops of the burlap on each side, twist tie it together with some of that silver ribbon, and then go ahead and pull your loops out. And I will leave a bow tutorial below if you guys need help making bows. Then I'm going to take some of this thinner Hobby Lobby ribbon, but again, you guys use what you have. And again, I'm going to make a small Olivia bow by looping it over on itself. You're going to have 2 loops on each side, and you're just going to twist tie everything together to get it secured. Give it a bit of fluffing. Now, the Pier 1 did not have as much of a bow on it, but you guys know me, I love big bows and I cannot lie, so I had to go over the top as usual with the bows. And I'm just going to go ahead and hot glue it. I did add a super generous amount of hot glue so that bow would stay to the top of my package. And then I'm just going to go ahead and pull some of the silver loops down and give the thinner silver loops a bit of some curly cues. And here's how it should look with all of your bows and ribbons. Now, Dollar Tree is also carrying this super amazing cedar pick. You guys, I bought several of these and I'm already using a ton of them. So I just clipped off a couple of the tops and I'm hot gluing them in and around the top of my little bow. I noticed the Pier 1 had some greenery, and then they also used some pine cones on their package. So of course we're going to add in some pine cones as well to really dull and glam it up. Now, just think, you guys could really use almost any fabric that you have laying around to create a box. So for the next Dollar Tree DIY, we're going to take one of those Dollar Tree signs, and I'm just going to make a little pom-pom with this yarn that I picked up at the thrift store. So just take your yarn and loop it over on itself about a million times really, and then you're going to pull it off. This would also work on a piece of cardboard, but this was the first thing that caught my eye. So I just also am going to tie this off in the center, and this is such a fun, fast, and easy pom-pom. And then you're just going to run your scissors through the top part of it and run it through the other side, and voila, you have a very fun little easy DIY pom-pom. I love these. I've been using these all through fall and now into Christmas. And then I just pinched my ribbon together and added a dab of hot glue. On the pom-pom went, and here we go. I think this is pretty darn amazing. Definitely not $50. For the next Dollar Tree DIY, I'm going to create a beautiful poinsettia tree. I'm going to start out with this Dollar Tree bucket. I wanted to paint it gold and then let it dry, so I just used some spray paint and painted it gold. Now I'm going to use my trusty Dollar Tree plunger, and then I'm going to begin to attach these picks, and this is just Dollar Tree poinsettia picks and then the Dollar Tree gold berries. So I'm going every other one, and I'm attaching a poinsettia pick and then a berry pick. Now I started out using 6 bundles of poinsettias, but I did not end up using all of them. I suggest to go ahead and pick up 5 to 6 bundles just in case you're like me and you really want to zhuzh it up and go over the top. But if you're on a budget, I think 4 would probably be sufficient. So once I had all of my picks applied, I set that aside and I'm working on my little gold bucket. So I'm just using some pretty Dollar Tree mesh ribbon, and I glued that around the top of my tin bucket. They have these tin buckets at Dollar Tree, but you guys could really use any little bucket that you have on hand. Now here's the part that you want to do is flip your plunger inside out. The reason I use a plunger is because the plunger is going to adhere to this bucket and it's going to stabilize your tree, which is really helpful. You could also add a couple of rocks or stones inside of this to just give it a little bit of weight to it. I don't, but that's just an idea for you guys if you're going to be in a high traffic area. Now I also popped in a couple of little foam pieces on either side. Dollar Tree sells these foam pieces, and just 2 little small pieces is sufficient. The next thing I want to do is add some burlap. Any burlap will do, or really any ribbon will do. I'm hot gluing it at the top and then just gently winding it around my tree branch. You want to kind of overlay it and just wind it around as you go. It wasn't necessary for me to add additional glue, but you can always do that if you feel like that is necessary for your ribbon or burlap. I'm going to snip that off at the bottom and then hot glue that to the base so it doesn't go anywhere. The next part of my DIY is I'm going to use some of this Spanish moss from Dollar Tree, really any kind of greenery that you have on hand, just something to cover up your work in that foam piece. You could also use some evergreen, that would be pretty. Now see, I have 2 poinsettia bundles left over, and these poinsettias are the Dollar Tree poinsettias with the little gold tips, if that helps you be able to find them easier. I'm going to clip several of these off and just fill them in kind of around the base so you can't see the top part of the plunger. This step, of course, is totally optional. Now for the next part of this Dollar Tree DIY, I'm going to create a holiday bow using my Easy Bow Maker. I'm starting out with this Dollar Tree red ribbon, and this ribbon is actually not wired, but it's very stiff. I want to go about 5 to 6 inches out with my Easy Bow Maker on either side, so your loop is going to go 5 to 6 inches out on either side, and I do want to make sure that my pattern part is up. So you're going to twist it and make sure that your pattern part is facing up. Then you want to dovetail your ends, and to do that, you're just going to cut a triangle upwards. Be careful when you're using your scissors. You don't want to snip your fingers. The next part of this is I'm going to use some Dollar Tree red mesh ribbon. I'm going to layer in several different ribbons of choice. You guys use whatever you have on hand. That will help you make it a little bit more budget friendly. You don't necessarily have to use the ribbon that I'm using. I'm trying to make this a Dollar Tree only craft, so just to give you guys an idea. I'm also using some Dollar Tree gold sparkling ribbon. This sparkling ribbon is very sparkly. It does have a lot of fallout. Just a little side note. Now again, I'm keeping this about 5 inches on either side and just continuing to layer on more and more ribbon. I want this to look beautiful, as if it was a holiday centerpiece fit for royalty, because you all are royalty in your homes. Make it fabulous and festive and really celebrate the holidays this year. And you guys can do that on a budget. I always want to share that with you. And if you can afford higher end ribbon, go for it. But if you cannot, that is just fine too. You can make do with what you have and celebrate it and make it fabulous. Now I'm adding in this last bit of gold mesh ribbon. I do like the mesh ribbon because it gives a different textural element to your designs. So if you see it at your Dollar Tree, pop it in. If not, again, it's not the end of the world. Now that I have my big fluffy fabulous bow, I'm going to tie it off at the center with a pipe cleaner. You can also use a little wire. The next thing I want to do is really fluffy it out. Now be patient here, but you want to pull all of those loops out so you can see all of your beautiful ribbons. So that is going to be the trick to your bow. Now once I had it attached to the base of my tree, I did add in just a little tiny bit of Dollar Tree plaid ribbon. I felt like that toned down the gold just a hair and then accented the rest of the piece. I also took my tree and popped it into this little thrift store planter that I had. I wanted to balance it out just a little bit in this setting. Here it is popped into my little display. My faux mantle. Again, we're celebrating the holidays in style, on a budget, so fun and fabulous. And I cannot wait to see you guys recreate some of these poinsettia trees. I have been so proud of everybody in my little free group page over my Livy's Romantic Home Facebook group page that has recreated all of the fun DIY decor pieces and the fall trees you guys have done. So I am just waiting anxiously to see how you guys interpret some of these. For the next Dollar Tree DIY, I want to take 2 Dollar Tree Santa placemats and I want to make a no-sew Dollar Tree pillow. These are so fun and easy to make. You're just going to take your hot glue gun and run it down the front part of your Santa pillow. Okay, you guys, this is such a wonderful way to make a pillow. Now listen, if you guys can sew, definitely sew this with your sewing machine. Now you want to take the back side of your Santa pillow because you basically want to do this kind of inside out, because you're going to inside this out and then stuff it. Okay, so the other thing is tip for you guys is to make sure that you get your hot glue really thick through here and make sure that you really press it down because you want to get that really, really, really good on there. You don't want your pillow stuffing to come out. I'm going to run it down this short side again, and I'm even going to take my scissors and press it down really, really, really good. This thick fabric is probably the best fabric to use to make a no-sew hot glued pillow. Listen, I've been making these pillows for years. They work perfectly great. It's a $2 pillow, especially if you already have the stuffing at home. So trust me when I tell you guys that these make great little throw pillows for holiday pillows. Okay, and if you're worried about washing them, just put them in a little basket or pop them on to a little bed or a sofa and spot clean them. You don't have to keep them for 10 years. I don't. I'll keep them for a year or two, and then I'll change them out. That's how I do with them. I spot clean them and I go on about my business. So don't worry about it, you guys. It's just a little tossed pillow. You can even just take the placemat and, hot glue it to the front of a pillow that you already have. So just the sky is the limit. Let's not get our feathers in a ruffle about how to wash this little pillow. Anyway, But if you guys want to go all out for it, add a zipper, sew it if you want to. Now, here's the next step. Take some pillow stuffing and stuff that baby. Make it nice and puffy and full. You're going to wiggle your hand around in there really good and make sure you get lots of stuffing in there. The next thing that you want to do is you want to take those ends and tuck them under. This is the hardest part of doing this pillow. It's the only part that I will tell you it's a little bit tricky. You're going to want to go really slow on the ends. I always do really good at the beginning and go slow, and then I get impatient and try to do too big of an edge on the end. Don't do that. Just try to keep going really, really slow. Be very careful. You might want to wear finger protectors if you're doing this project because it is easy to burn yourself. I have really tough fingers. I've been hot gluing for years. I had an Etsy shop where I did a ton of wreaths, so I don't think I have much feeling in my fingers anymore. Plus I have neuropathy, so I don't think I have much feeling in my fingers. So it doesn't bother me when I burn my fingers. Really, it truly doesn't. But if you're sensitive, definitely wear little finger protectors or just go really slow and be careful. You could even use a low temp glue gun. The high temp does hold better, I will tell you that. Also, my glue gun I do get off of Amazon. I'm going to link it in my Amazon store. I have an Amazon store where I just link things for you guys that I love to purchase. You guys can see that my glue gun and scissors, they have a ton of glue and paint on them. It's because I use them a ton every day. And these are my tried and true. I love these. I love this glue gun. It's really durable, heavy duty. It's got the stand and all that good stuff. Here's how my pillow came out. Check this out. Okay, so Hobby Lobby is really showing a lot of this look. To me, it kind of looks like a little bit kind of like the 90s when my mom used to decorate with that country living style. It's like that home for the holidays, cozy feel. So thank you guys so much for joining me on another fun and fabulous crafty decor adventure. It is a true blessing and honor as always to have you guys here. If you all are new, welcome. I'm Olivia with Olivia's Romantic Home, and I love to share with you guys how you can make your home's boutique a gorgeous on a budget. Hey, listen, y'all don't have to break the bank to have a fabulous, amazing home. Also, catch up on the rest of my I Love Christmas series. I'm going to link at the playlist in the description box of this video for you guys to check that out. And also go ahead and pop over to my Facebook page. You guys can follow me over there and even join my free little group page. I share several DIY videos a week on YouTube as well as several a day on Facebook. So I love y'all to the moon and back. Thank you so much for being here. And I want to encourage you guys to give yourself some grace no matter where you're at in your journey. We all need some grace and some love. So drop some kind comments down below. I also have a Hobby Lobby gift card giveaway going on. You guys want to check that out. And I love y'all to the moon and back. I'm giving you a big hug and also prayers your way. So until our next video, remember, be kind to yourselves and be kind to one another. Talk to you guys very soon. Bye-bye.